Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to learn a song called The Butcher Shop. Now, this is kind of a funny little song and it's super simple. But the whole point of what we're going to do today is we're going to learn rhythm and beat and how to switch between the two of them by either using an instrument or body percussion or walking. Okay, which walking is body percussion, you're stepping. So, first of all, let's learn the words. It goes like this. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. When I point at you, it's your turn. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Good job. Okay, let's say it all together. Ready, go. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. See how short and simple that is? But you're about to add a whole lot of stuff to it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to clap the rhythm. Now, if you've never heard the word rhythm before, if you haven't watched one of my other videos, rhythm is just the way the words sound. There's long and short sounds put together to make a rhythm. So the rhythm, the way the words sound, the first part would go like this. My father owns the butcher shop. And that's basically just going tee-ta, tee-tee-tee-tee-tee-tee-ta. Ready? So say the words with me while we clap. Ready? Go. My father owns the butcher shop. The next part goes like this. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Let's clap the whole rhythm from beginning to the end together. Ready, go. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Great. Now we are going to do the steady beat. Steady beat is just basically what it sounds like. It's steady. It doesn't change no matter what the words do. So instead of clapping the steady beat, we're going to pat our legs to the steady beat. Okay? Ready, go. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Do it again. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do rhythm together, then beat together. And each time you say this song, you are going to say it 2 times. So the word is you're going to repeat it. Now, we're going to switch from rhythm to the beat, to the rhythm, to the beat 2 times. And when you're saying the same words, you're just doing different things with your body. And so I want you to pick something different to do with your body each time. You can clap, you can snap, and if you can't snap, you can flick. You can pat your head, you can pat your belly, you can walk in place. You can pat your legs. You can be totally different and flick your arm. There are so many fun and different ways that you can feel the steady beat or the rhythm to a song. Okay? So we're going to start with rhythm. And yours does not have to look like mine. In fact, I want you to change it up. If you ever played rock, paper, scissors, the whole point is you want to be different as the person across from you. Now, if we start and we both start with clapping, you don't need to go, oh, I need to do something different. That's fine. But if I'm doing something and you're doing something different, that's the whole point, is I want you to pick your own body percussion. Body percussion is just what it sounds like. You're using your body to make music. All right, so rhythm is first. Ready, go. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs across the street. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Beat. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. My father owns the butcher shop, my mother cuts the meat, and I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Rhythm, my father owns the butcher shop, my mother cuts the meat, and I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Again, my father owns the butcher shop, my mother cuts the meat, and I'm the little hot dog that runs around the beat. My father owns the butcher shop, my mother cuts the meat, and I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. One more time. My father runs the butcher shop, my mother cuts the meat, and I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. One of those times I said he runs across the street. He runs around the street, but he's probably doing a little bit of both. He's a running hot dog, you know. So now what I want you to do is I have a drum here. If you do not have a drum, if you're learning this at home and not in a school, then you can get a bucket, which a bucket, if it's too big, will probably be hard to hold on your arm, or any kind of Tupperware from your kitchen would work perfect also. But I have a little drum here. It's like a little baby djembe. Usually djembes are bigger, but this is my little one, and I'm gonna hold it under my arm here. And we just use body percussion, and now we're gonna use an instrument. Now, this is gonna get even more tricky. This time, you're not doing rhythm at the same time as me and beat at the same time as me. If I'm doing the beat, what do you think you guys are going to be doing? The rhythm. And then when I do the rhythm, you are going to do the beat. Same thing though. When we're doing a part, you repeat it. So if I'm starting with steady beat, I'll do the steady beat 2 times. Then when I do the rhythm, I'm doing it 2 times. And we're going to do the whole thing 4 times through. Okay? So I'm going to start with beat. So it would go like this. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. If we're doing the rhythm, my father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. Now, if you want to be adventurous and walk in place while you do it, that's great. But if it's too much to handle, it's too much to think about, then I want you to just stay in place, which I'm going to stay still, because walking and remembering the words and remembering whether I'm doing beat or rhythm, it's a lot to handle. So I'm going to do steady beat. That means you are playing the rhythm. We're all saying the same words. So when you hear me doing this, you're doing this. Now, if you don't have a drum, bucket, Tupperware container to play, just still use body percussion, and that is perfectly fine. If you are learning this at school, then I want half of the class to play the rhythm and the other half of the class to do the beat. All right? All right, here we go. So steady beat with me, you guys are the rhythm. When I say switch, then I immediately jump to the rhythm and you jump to the beat. Here we go. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Switch. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Switch. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Again, my father, you should be doing rhythm right now. Mother cuts the meat. And I'm the little hot dog that runs around the street. Switch. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. You're doing beat. That runs around the street. My father owns the butcher shop. My mother cuts the meat. And I'm the get ready to stop that runs around the street. We should have landed on the word street at the same time. And you should have been doing a steady beat. All right. How did you do? That's a little hard to keep up with, isn't it? So today we talked about rhythm, long and short notes put together. It's basically the words and what they sound like. We did steady beat using our bodies or instruments, and then we learned how to speak a poem and we turn it into music. And like I said before, turning poems and stories, and I'm going to be doing more of that too, is reading a story and adding music to it. It's one of my absolute favorite things to do. I had so much fun today, guys, and I will see you again next time. Bye. Have a great day.